All right, it is the weekend, so let's do another podcast. All right, so I thought maybe I was going to quit doing these, and now I seem like I'm doing one every other day. And it's kind of fun today because we have yet another new country. So today we have a Chechen skater, Mr. Metodej Jílek, who has come on the scene recently and just gotten everybody's attention with some unbelievable results in distance skating. So let's bring him in right now. So Mety, where are you right this minute?
Now I'm in Czech Republic at my home. I've come from Heron today. So
okay.
Thanks.
All right, so you just flew from Heron back to...
No, I drove.
Oh, you drove?
Yeah. It's not that bad. It was just 8 hours around that.
Piece of cake for you. So what part of the country do you live in?
I live in Prague.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the capital, so...
Yeah, right in the center. Yeah. I think that's the one city that most people know in Czechia, and a lot of us don't know much more about the country, but you and I were speaking a little bit before I hit record here, and I was kind of accusing you of having just come into the sport at the last minute, but you've been skating a long time, and you've been on ice longer than, speed skating results will tell me that you've been on ice for about 5 minutes. So it sounds like maybe you've been a little longer than that. So tell us a little bit about just how you found skating in general, and take us through your early career.
Yeah, so first I started skating when I was around 5 years old, when I started with inline skating. And then I was pretty decent, so around like 13, 14, I was thinking to transition into ice, and the closest way was to do basically short track because we have no big circuit here in Czech Republic. So as a 14-year-old guy, there's not many possibilities to travel abroad, for example, to Inzo. So yeah, I started doing short track quite a lot of times a week, and then when I was around 17, 16, I slowly transitioned to the long track where I wanted to be.
So as we're sitting here right now, you're 19 years old, you've been on the long track, you've done some incredible things, but if I saw correctly this summer, you're still doing inline?
Yeah. I never want to leave Inline. Inline was there from the beginning, basically, and it's just super beautiful sport, and I enjoy doing it so much. So it's not also in the plans to the future. I just want to do inlines forever.
Cool.
As well. I just postponed it a little bit this season. I pushed it a bit side because there's Olympic season. But other than that, I want to do 50-50 ice and inline.
Gotcha. So when I think about you as an ice skater, I think it's very obvious. Like, I say, hey, Mety's a distance skater. But in inline, how would you classify yourself as an inline skater? What kind of inline skater are you?
For sure, I'm also a distance skater, but I wouldn't say I'm slow. Because on inlines you also need to speed quite a lot to win the races, because usually it comes down to the last laps. So I'm training speed on inlines quite a lot as well. On Junior Worlds I won 1K, which is basically a sprint distance, so yeah. I was quite proud of that as well. But for sure I can do 200s, 500s, it's way too short for me. But I can be a little bit competitive in those.
What do you think of those elimination races? Does that suit you?
Yeah, it's super fun kind of race. It's a bit chaotic and so much back movement. It's in those, sometimes it's a bit dangerous, but it's part of the sport. But otherwise it's super fun race, and the last 3 reps basically it's all out sprint these days, so it's super physical as well.
In elimination race in inline, how many skaters start in one of those?
Yeah, depends if it's on track or road. If it's on road, it's around. It can be around like 40, even. And if it's on track, it's usually around 30, but the rules can change. There are also heats, so it's super. Yeah, it can change day by day basically, but usually it's around 30.
So what is the strategy in an elimination race? I mean, is it just, hey, I just got to be up front, or is there certain things that you do in the beginning and then you change as it goes?
Yeah, usually this race starts quite hard because everyone's full of energy and nobody wants to be eliminated first, so it's super chaotic. Everyone's pushing, everyone's trying to get in front. So those are the most crucial laps to somehow conserve energy and don't waste it on stupid fights. Also, the strategy changes if you have a teammate or if you don't. On championships, I'm in Czech Republic, so we don't have that many skaters, so I'm usually alone. So it's a bit harder for me because I'm skating, for example, on Worlds against 2 Colombians, 2 Italians, 2 French guys, and whatever, and I'm there alone. So far, I haven't done it in senior category, so I'm quite grateful for that. But I already experienced it in juniors, and it wasn't nice. So if you have a teammate, the best way to do it is like to cooperate, try to help each other, move around together, and try to take over the front. And if you are alone and if you have some reputation in the back, you can try to be in front. But yeah, it's super chaotic, and just the main thing is to stay out of trouble.
So when you're in an elimination race and you're down to like 3 or 4 skaters, do you start, I mean, can you draft and then pass a guy coming off the corner leading up to the next elimination line? Is that something you do, or are you literally just trying to be first?
Yeah, for sure. That's also strategy. When, for example, usually I do it when it comes to down to some 10 laps to go and all of the guys are a bit puffed out and I know I can beat them in the sprint for the line. I stop like battling for the first positions because it's also quite hard. So I wait every second lap to just pass the one guy who's in front of me, then take his spot, and then rest for 2 laps basically. So that's also what many people do, but it's a bit risky because if you calculate it wrongly or do one little mistake, you are just out of the race, and there's nothing you can do with it.
So you got started on inlines. You know, you were quite young, so in the beginning it probably was all about, hey, this is just really fun. But I would imagine that you probably started winning some things pretty early and started getting some coaching. Like how old do you think you were when you said, wow, I think I'm pretty good at this?
Yeah, I think it was after COVID, because before COVID I was quite decent, but it was still in the younger categories, so I didn't take much of it, you know. You never know if you will be good in the end or not. So I was still like, yeah, maybe it will work out, maybe not. Then there was the COVID. Nobody knew how every other's level is, so everyone was just guessing. Then I came to the scene and I was doing pretty good. I was like one season, the second season after COVID, I came into every single European Cup and I haven't lost a points race, which was pretty good for me. But as I say, I was 14, 15, something around that, so it didn't mean that much, but still it was like pretty good for me. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can do a bit better.
Do you remember the first time that you put short track skates on and got on ice?
No, I would say I don't remember.
Okay.
It's quite a long time ago, and I think I even started back then. I even started on hockey skates.
Oh, really?
I didn't put straight away short track skate, but I was skating full season on hockey skates.
Did you ever play hockey?
No, never.
Any other sports?
Yeah, I was skiing, downhill skiing, till I was like 13. But then I had a really bad crash and I broke my bone in the knee.
Ooh.
And after that, I was like, yeah, I'll stick to skating. Yeah, that's the only sport I was like also doing quite a lot. I was also racing in the skiing. But it was very young age, so it was just figuring out what I can do with my own body. And
so when you got on short track, you started training. Were you good?
No. I suck in short track, and I still do. I never was good at it. I was decent on long distance. I could do sometimes really good laps. Other than that, I was slow. And yeah, I was just there to stick to the training and to get the feeling on ice to then go do long track.
So when you finally decided to try long track, do you remember did you go to Inzel or Erfurt?
First time I tried it was in Tomaszów. I went there on Friday, and on Saturday, Sunday there was Czech Championship. And I didn't have long track skates, so I came there with my short track skates and short track blades. And on Friday, I had like one 45-minute session when I tried it out. And then the next days I was racing the Czech Championship on short track skates.
And how did that go for you?
Yeah, I didn't know that much, but I won the Czech Championship. That's all I remember.
You won the Czech Championship on short track skates the first time you ever went to an oval.
Yes, but there was literally no one. I think there were three guys in total. So I won it in my category. Like not.
Yeah, so that was you said you were like maybe 16, 17 at that point?
Yeah, something like that. It was, I think, 2022, that year, maybe 21, not sure. Something around that.
So at some point you had to get some actual long track skates. So what did you end up getting? Do you remember what you got for skates or?
Yes, I had 4Gs, stock 4Gs with Skatec blades. That was my first pair of proper skating equipment. And yeah, then I tried the next season. I tried to qualify for the Junior World Championships, and luckily it worked out. My first race, I think, was in Berlin, something like that. So I did on 3K 411, and it wasn't quite enough to do it. I had to do 405 to qualify. So then I did a few other races, and in the end, I think in Erfurt, I did 403, so I was quite happy because I made it to the Junior Worlds and I raced it in. So that was quite a big achievement for me. Because I improved like 6 seconds in like 1.5 months because I was trying for it, basically just for this.
So I've watched quite a bit of video of you since you and I met, and I would describe your technique as like in the longer races, your technique looks very effortless. Like you just look very comfortable. Do you feel like when you got on long track, was it just easy? Did it come easy to you, just the flow?
No, for sure not. I was struggling for the first bit. I was struggling to get the outer edge, but when I got it, I was improving quite fast, I would say. I think the short track helped me quite a lot as well. But when I got the outer edge, it was getting better and better every single day.
Well, it's funny you should say that because, I mean, I've literally this is your entire ice career. Like that's it. And it's incredible to me because, I mean, you've only ever registered 6 500s. Now, again, this is speedskatingresults.com, but that's a pretty reliable database. So I think this is funny. So you've done 6 500s. Now, granted, 500's not your race, but you went 44, 42, 40, 39, 38, 37. That's pretty good progress. Like every time you get on the ice, it's going to be a PB, which is, you know.
Basically. It was basically just like that every time I raced a race, it was PB. And then when I started to travel more to different ovals, it changed. But for the first couple of races, it was just like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't complain.
So, when you did go to long track, who was coaching you?
Kellen Dubin.
Oh, okay. And he's the guy that was coaching you in inline as well?
Yes. Basically, I got to him in 2022 through Inlines because they drafted me in their development team, Team Geisingen. So I started to train with them on Inlines, and they have also ice group. So I was like, yeah, I need to train on ice. I don't have a group, so I joined them. And since then it's working perfectly. I cannot complain about a single thing.
Yeah, that's a cool team. You've got a lot of different countries there, right?
Yeah. Especially on inlines. In inlines it's super unique and so many countries. There's also a lot of there's Colombians, Ecuador, Guatemala, France. We have some Spanish guys, Swiss, Denmark, all the countries, New Zealand as well, of course, New Zealand.
Yeah, that's cool. So when you talk about this team currently as it relates to long track ice, do you have a home rink, would you say?
On inline or on ice?
On ice.
On ice, not really. I was always training with Czech short track team, KSB Benátky. It's probably like 30 minutes from my home, so I just drive there, train with them on short track, and then go home.
But as it relates to long track, you guys basically do training camps in different locations, like you were just in Heerenveen, right? So How long were you there?
I was there for 3 weeks. And this is like something special we don't usually do during normal seasons. Also with the summer ice in Insel, we usually don't come to summer ice for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we have like inline races to focus on, but now the inline races are out, so we focus only on ice. So also the season is a bit different.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been now in Herman for 3 weeks, and I think it was quite really good weeks for training. I think I improved quite a lot, not just physically but also technically.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what happened in Heerenveen. So, yeah, I open Instagram and it's like, oh, Mety did something special again. So there you are getting your track record for the 3K. But also, I think currently they're saying it's an unofficial world record. So why is it unofficial?
Well, it was in quartet.
Oh, okay.
The first thing. And the second thing, there was no anti-doping control afterwards.
Okay.
I didn't think I will do the track record or world record. I was just there to try the 3K, to try to hold some pace. And yeah, then it turned out to be a bit faster than we hoped for. But that's never a bad thing.
Well, I had Patrick Roost on the show. And we were talking about his 1500 because his approach to the 15 is different than like a Jordan Stoltz, right? So Patrick goes and skates 3 pretty similar laps, and he's usually 26.5. Well, I pulled up your splits for this ridiculous 3K that you did, and it's just a whole pile of 27s. I mean, I watched some of the video of you skating, and to me it looked like a 1500. I mean, you were just hauling ass, but you weren't like, oh, I'm gonna go do a world record. I think I'll just see if I can throw some pace into this. That was it?
Yeah, that was the whole plan. My plan was just skate solid 3K and try to skate it flat, which I did. So yeah, the main goal was skate it flat, and it was in the third week as well, so I was quite puffed out as well. It was after rest day, so I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it again because that is, I mean, just look at the 27.4 or 27.7, 7.8, 7.6, 7.8, 7.9, 7.9. Good Lord, 3:34.
The only thing, I just couldn't go faster. I wasn't super dead in. I was like, of course I was dead in the end, but I wasn't completely out. I just couldn't go faster. It was the only problem. My legs were not enabling me to go faster anymore.
So let's talk about some other things that have happened. So you've come onto the scene and you've done some racing, but one of the things that I mean, everything on this sheet just freaks me out. But what really makes me laugh is the very first time you ever did a 10K, and you've only ever done 3 of them. The first one you did was a world junior record, and you went 12:46, which, like, yeah. I think there's piles of guys that dream of breaking 13 minutes, and you just were like, I'll do a 10K. 12:46, world record junior. Then you broke it with a 12:37, and then last year you went to Worlds and you got a bronze medal. So I guess the question that I have for you, so that's some statements about how ridiculous your performance has been, but the question that I really had about the 10K is, you know, your performances have been incredible, but as you have gone from being a junior skater to a senior skater, how have you been received? You know, are guys like Giotto, you know, coming up to you and slapping you on the back and telling you great job, or are they looking at you like, who the hell is this kid?
Yeah, for example, Giotto is super nice. Super nice guy. Also raced with his brother on inlines. He's like the same age as me, so we raced from like quite young age.
Oh.
So yeah, Giotto's super nice. He always cheered me on, and yeah, super nice approach from him. Like that's only I can tell.
Yeah, that's gotta feel good. I mean,
it's super honor as well because he's now the best 10K skater out there, and no one came close to him last season. So it's quite honor as well.
I haven't had a ton of people on the show that really do 10Ks often. So is there such a thing as a 10K strategy, or are you really just picking a lap time that you want to do 25 times?
Well, of course there are strategies, but it's quite hard to do them. Like, of course, the most common one is to try to hold the lap times, but that's basically all you can do. You can also start a bit slower, then progressively speed it up, or you can start faster, then slow down. Those are all those basics. But yeah, I always just try to look at some lap time I want to do and try to hold it as long as possible.
Okay. But then also you've got to, you know, switch lanes 25 times.
Yeah.
And if you have a pair that is similar to you, so there's that whole, am I going to go over the top, or do I want to just get in here and get a draft and then really hit this next inner? So I'm sure there's a lot of things that you just got to do on the fly, right?
Yeah, for sure. For example, in Hamar, I knew I'm going to be paired with Giotto, and my strategy was hold on to him as long as possible, which I tried. Of course, he got away, but I think I got pretty close. In the end, I blew a bit. Yeah, that was my strategy, just to hold on to him, and it was also a really nice motivation to see him always on the reach.
A couple other things that I thought were funny. I've written down basically all your races here, right? So if we look at the 500, your 500 PB is a national record, okay, or national junior record. 1,000 national junior record. 1,500 national record, which you've broken 5 times. 3K national record and an unofficial world record, 334, ridiculous. 5K world record for juniors, 10K world record for juniors. Is this a surprise to you? Like, at some point where did you wake up one morning and go, holy shit, I think I'm really good at this?
Yeah, for sure. It's super nice to have those PBs, and I'm really grateful for them for sure, because not many guys can skate those times. So it's really awesome that I could achieve that this early in the career, but still there's lots room for improvement. So I'm still trying to train hard and not be satisfied with those results.
So we talked a little bit about, you know, your technique when you got on ice and you were chasing, getting on your outers. But now, like I said, when I've watched you, I feel like you just look effortless out there. Are there things technically that you're working on right now, or is it really more just going deep into the training and trying to figure out, you know, the right programs for getting your fitness where it needs to be and lining up against the events that you want to do well at? Is it more about that programming for you?
Yeah, we combine those things together, more or less. We also try to find new ways to progress my fitness level. We changed a little bit in the training program for this season, and also for the technical stuff. The gym is a bit different. And also the skating stuff is a bit modified for this season. So I guess it's so far is working out. But yeah, on my technique, there is still a lot to work on, especially in the higher speeds. In the lower speeds, I think I'm quite comfortable, but still I need to be able to get a bit lower and to get comfortable in lower positions during faster lap times.
Yeah, clearly, 10K incredible, 5K incredible. Have you ever done an all-around competition?
Yes, on juniors, but It was a small all-around. I really wanted to win this, but in the end it was just, I think, I really did a bad race on 15, not what I hoped for, and that cost me the first place. In the end I was second by 1 second for 5K, like 1 second on 5K.
Yeah.
Was the equivalent of me losing to the first place.
Yeah.
So that was, I was a bit sad about that, but I didn't do the proper all-around competition yet. I'm planning to do it maybe after Olympics, the World Championships. That could be a good opportunity for me.
Yeah, so when you look at a world all-around, it's typically it goes 500, 5K, 1500, 10K, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at those four distances, clearly the 10K and the 5K, you got to feel pretty good about where you're going. When you look at the 500 and the 15, which of those two would you say you're more focused on trying to improve?
For sure 1500. I think in the future I can be competitive on 15 as well. Not dominant at all. Not dominant, but I would say I can be competitive. Somewhere top 10 A division if I have a good race, maybe even higher. I think I have capabilities of doing that also with my 10K. So that's what I'm trying to focus on now as well. Get faster in the 15. Like my biggest problem so far is the opener, the start with the first corner and straight. So that needs a little bit of work.
Okay, so what are you opening in right now? Like, what's a typical opener for you?
I'm happy if I do 24.8, I would say. I'm really happy.
Well, I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah, but there's no way near those guys in the division. No way.
But, I mean, you're probably going to profile out skating more like Patrick Roost, right? Where you're going to do 326s. You're not going to go 24.2 in your first lap, probably.
Yeah, definitely. But still, if I want to be competitive, I need to get those lap times way lower.
Yeah, so when we look at the opener, I mean, it's basically a 300. So you've got the part off the line, you have the part transitioning into fast skating, that first corner, and then getting into a rhythm. So what are you focusing on getting off the line?
So far, getting off the line, that makes the biggest problem for me. Also, I'm quite puffed out after getting off the line, so I need to do it efficiently as well, because I can do pretty solid free-lapper flying, like with no start, but when there's start as well, it kills me a bit, so I need to learn how to do the start and basically the whole acceleration the most efficient way as possible.
Yeah, if you can do 700 meters without feeling like you did much, then you're in a really good position. But for most of us mortals, that's a very difficult thing to do. What do you think about your 500?
Yeah, my 500, it could be better for all around, but right now I'm focusing for the Olympics, so there's not much space to improve on the sprints.
Yeah.
So right now I'm focusing most on the 10K, 5K. Sometimes I'm doing practice in the 15. But yeah, the 500 comes from the 15 basically. The start is the same, like similar. You also need to, so the training is basically super similar.
So have you guys mapped out what World Cup races you're planning to do this year?
Yeah, for sure. The first 4 World Cup races. That's Salt Lake, Calgary, Henderson, and Hamar. And then in January, maybe Insel, because I'll be already training there. So I don't have to drive or fly anywhere. So it could be just a small test race before the Olympics.
Gotcha. Is there a 6th World Cup this year?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So the 4 in the fall, then 1, then Olympics, and then we have the sprint and the all-around at the same venue again.
Yes.
So because of that, that means the all-around is going to be contested only just 2 days?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not really sure. I didn't look into it that much.
Yeah, well, that's what they did last time. So it was it was sprint on Thursday, Friday, all around on Saturday, Sunday. So that means you got to go 1,500 10K on the second day, which that just sounds brutal to me. But I'm a sprinter. Yeah. What do you expect from me? I can't even. It doesn't even equate to me.
Yeah, I'm quite used to racing more races in a day from inlines, because when there's, for example, a European Cup, you're skating up to 3 distances a day.
Yeah.
And some distances have also heats, so in one day you can skate 5 races.
So, well, that was something I talked to Mety about when he was on, but he said that he felt like, the inline stuff to him was easy. He said, like, doing one competitive 1,500 on ice was harder than a full day of racing on inlines. Maybe he was being over dramatic, but I thought that was interesting.
I don't know about it. Like, if you are the whole day on inline, you are there the whole day, the sun is shining, you're the whole day on the legs. You need to warm up a couple times a day, which is, let's say, quite hard,
Yeah.
Not the racing itself, but just being on the plate the whole day and trying to fit your meals in, trying to fit your warm-ups in and everything. It's just super, super hard on the body.
Yeah.
Compared to like one race of 15, you have probably morning rest or like some easy bike or whatever. Then you have quite some time for lunch, you go to track, one warm-up, race, and you go home. So that's bit more easier compared to the inlines.
Well, let's take a quick look at some of your skating. So this is a longer race. I don't know exactly which one this was, but it's clearly it's a 5K or a 10K. But I just wanted to look at the technique a little bit with you, and you can see it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think when you see that? Does it look the way you want it to look?
Yeah, quite a bit. I'm quite happy with my technique on the longer distance. Of course, there's still room for improvement, and I think I'm still finding more efficient ways how to do those things. And it all comes down from the practice. I'm not trying to do like this thing specifically or this thing specifically. The only thing I'm trying to do is basically getting lower. Or if there's some really big error I need to fix, of course, the coach tells me. But other than that, I'm really trying to find my own style and find what I feel the most comfortable and efficient in.
Yeah.
So that's the way I'm basically improving in my technique. Like those small things you don't even basically see that much. Yeah. So yeah, it's just about feeling and trying to get the most effective in every single push.
Are you on Icon blades?
Yeah, I am on Icon blades.
Okay. Sticking with those?
Yeah, for sure. I tried also the Rubies last season. I quite like them on 15 and Masters. But the race on Masters are beginning to be more and more about breakaways, and they are getting more physical, not just about the final sprint. So I think I'll stick to the Icons again.
So where does the mass start sit for you in terms of what's important? Is that something that you're thinking about, focused on?
No, for sure I want to do really good in mass starts. It's basically I have the knowledge, like the experience from inlines. So if I can use it in ice, it would be awesome. So far, almost every mass start I did in seniors ended catastrophically. So I cannot say I used it good. But I hope I can improve this season and get it done, because I was struggling with Masters quite a lot last season on the World Cups.
Do you know the process or what you will have to do in order to qualify for the mass start at the Olympics?
Yeah, just collect the World Cup points and be top 24th.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
So nothing crazy hard. If I would have skated at least as good as I skated last season Masters, I would have qualified in. But I hope and I believe that I will skate a bit better. If I don't, I will be a bit disappointed, but
Sure.
yeah. So if nothing crazy happens, I should be able to qualify.
So another thing that I think you would be awesome at is a team pursuit, but clearly there's not a ton of Czech Republic skaters. So are you guys even trying to form a team this year?
Yeah, there are basically no guys with the limit so far. It's quite hard because you
Okay.
cannot qualify without a team. But I hope like there are a few guys that are trying to get the time, and if they would, I for sure would skate a team pursuit.
Yeah,
It would
I think
be
you'd
also
be great
another
at it.
distance, and I hope I could help them a bit to achieve some good results. But also, I'm not that really good team pursuit skater. I'm not that good at pushing. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I can hold the pace really good, but when I have to push, I'm not efficient enough to do as good as I would do skating alone.
You would be a great guy out front then, right?
Yeah. I think up front I could do really good, but as a pusher I wouldn't do quite a good job.
So if I told you that I could hand you one gold medal in the Olympics this coming year and you get to pick the event, which event would you want it to be in?
Yeah, it's really hard to say it like this because of course my main focus will be I guess on 10K because so far I had the best results in it. So I think I'm closest there. But at the same time, if I could choose, I would probably choose 15 because I'm the furthest away from achieving that.
Oh,
And it would be for me like the really nice surprise that I really medaled gold on the 15.
nice.
So yeah, I think I would choose the 15. And also
Okay.
I think there's the highest competition in the 15, you know. Yeah, the sprinter guys who are really fast, of course Jordan as well.
Yeah,
And then also the long distance guys that are really, really, really good.
absolutely.
So also the competition wise, it's for sure 15.
So you just did that 3K last week. Do you know when you're racing next?
Maybe in Salt Lake on the US trials. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
I'll see you out there.
yeah. Oh, nice. So I'll try to squeeze in one of the races. So far, I don't know what I will race. I will have to discuss it with my coach, but for sure I'll race something.
Awesome. How long are you going to be in town?
For 6 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm coming quite early with my whole training group. So we are coming on 5th of October. So
Excellent.
we have quite some time to acclimate and
Yeah.
get used to the high altitude before the World Cups.
This is a good opportunity for me to tell you that your English is outstanding. So you're doing
thank you.
super good. Yeah, I'm only going to be out there. It's a weird schedule this year. There's only the final day is only mass start, so I'm going to do 500,000 Friday, 515 on Saturday, and then I'm going to get on a plane and go home and coach my team on Sunday. So it'll be a short one for me, but it'll be nice to get back to Salt Lake without the hockey team in there. Last year,
with the hockey?
last year the hockey team went in there and they dropped the temperature in the building, and I went out there and skated in the fall and I didn't do a single season best. It just was really disappointing. So do you know right now, so right now it's the middle of September, do you basically know your entire schedule for the season, where you're doing camps and where you're spending your time?
Yeah, more or less. It's all planned out. It's not pretty sure the exact date, but within 2-3 days, it's basically planned out everything.
And your team is 8 skaters?
Yeah, the World Cup skaters, it's around that.
Okay.
It's mostly Swiss, mostly the Swiss team. There's also one Danish guy and one New Zealand guy, but most of them Swiss.
So when you guys go to Salt Lake for 6 weeks, are you in a big Airbnb or multiple places?
Yeah, we are in multiple places, but with also like everyone has like big Airbnb. An Airbnb with 6 people,
Mm.
but then the other guys are staying together, and then another group staying together.
So you're a world class athlete. So I assume that you worry about nutrition and you think about what you're putting in your body. But you're only 19 years old, so I hope you're not like getting window food and going to Taco Bell. So who's cooking for you?
Yeah, mostly I'm cooking now. Mostly I'm cooking for me myself because I'm traveling quite a lot, and I'm all the time somewhere basically. So yeah, it's quite hard. But when I'm at home, my mom is cooking for me, so that's really nice.
Are
Nice to
you
have.
are you pretty conscious of what you eat?
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm not counting calories because I think that's way too mental and I would stress out way too much about it. So I think it's better not to count them. I'm just trying to get the right amount of sugars, proteins, the fats, and everything at the same time in one day, you know. Also based on the trainings, if we have like harder day, I eat a bit more. If he have easier day, I eat a bit less. But other than that, I'm trying to buy some really good quality food, really good quality food, and yeah, I'm just trying to eat enough and healthy.
What are you good at making?
Of course, the easiest is some rice with some veggies, and then whatever you can put salmon there, chicken, turkey, whatever. But I also like sweet potatoes or some pasta. So it's like there are multiple variants of foods that you can.
Well, I hope you understand. You're only 19 years old, and you already know what you should be putting in your body, and you know how to prepare it yourself. So you are ahead of 90% of the 19-year-olds in the world. So I hope you you never forget how to do that for yourself, because it's really important.
Yeah, for sure. Because like I said, I've been traveling quite a lot. When I want to train with the team, I have to go to Germany. So it's like 8 hours. No, not 8 hours. It's like 6 hours from my home. So I have no other option but then to cook myself.
Yeah. How's your German?
Oh, my German is terrible. I can only say Guten Tag, Karten bitte, which is car please, and Guten Morgen.
Well, you got all those Swiss guys. Are they speaking German to them, you know, within the group, and then they speak English to you?
No, we generally speak in English most of the times. Sometimes they speak German to themselves, but when nobody is around who can speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really English friendly.
How many coaches?
Yeah, only one coach, Kellen.
Really? Just Kalen, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... Of course, it's a bit difficult with only one coach because there's only one coach, but he cannot do all those things that multiple coaches could do. It could be a bit better with, for example, 2 or 3 coaches, but we are also a quite small group with limited resources, not like the Dutch teams. So.
Well, that's always a fascinating question that I like to ask. So, your team, do you guys have a single sponsor that's kind of helping pay for things?
No, not really. We don't have like team sponsor. This is like basically like a training group. Every single one of us have like our own sponsors. So far, I'm getting like awesome support from the Czech Federation, so I can't complain. Like for me, it's going really good, and I don't struggle. But for the other guys, like for example for the Danish guy, that are not performing as good, it's a bit more difficult.
Yeah, it's helpful that your own country is kind of picking up for you and keeping you going.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really grateful for that, and it's awesome that I don't have to deal with those kind of problems, you know, that I can only focus about the skating and only focus about skating.
Are you the type of guy that writes down goals?
No, I never do that.
Okay.
For sure, I have the goals, but it's just in my mind, and it changes quite a lot as well.
Do you discuss them with Kaylin? Like, do you guys sit down and say, okay, this is what we're going to do this summer or this season?
Not really sit down, but for sure we talk about it.
Okay.
And we see it's quite similar. We have like quite similar point of view. I also like tell him, yeah, I want to focus, for example, this year for Olympics. So we do everything in our power to prepare myself best for the Olympics. Or the next year I will say I want to prepare myself the best for the inline worlds. So we will do everything at our power to prepare myself for the worlds.
Yeah. What do you think the chances are that you will participate in the 1500 at the Olympics?
I think if I'm not wrong, I think there are 24 spots or maybe even more. So like I said, if I would skate at least as good as last season, I would qualify.
Okay, so you're going to be there. What's a realistic goal for you for the 15? You think top 10?
I have no idea. So far this season, I didn't skate a single 1500 meter. So I have no idea what my level is. I also didn't do any like flying laps, not that many flying laps or some faster free lappers.
Yeah.
So I don't know my level yet.
All right, well, let's look at your current PB. What is your current PB in the 15? I actually didn't write that one down.
44.9.
Oh, that's pretty spicy.
Yeah, I did in Calgary. It was, I think, really solid 15 from me. I held it quite good, so I'm quite proud of that PB. But I think I can push. I think I can do better this year. I feel like I am more comfortable in the speed, but still, I have no idea what my level is, and the race will tell.
So if you're going to go do a flying 3-lapper, are you just trying to go as fast as you can for 3 laps, or are you trying to have a certain lap time that you're trying to do 3 times and keep them close? Do you have a strategy, or just put your hood up and give it hell?
Yeah, it depends what the training plan is. Sometimes we do 3-lapper progressive, sometimes we try to hold it at the same times. So yeah, it depends. Last time I did was on Sunrise, and I think we ended at, wait, what was it? 5-5, if I'm not, but it was inner.
Yeah, but that's still.
But that was progressive, but not sure. I could be completely wrong about it. But I think we did some 5-5.
Yeah, that's not slow. I mean, I'm going to show this again. Because I just can't, I mean, I saw that and I'm like, what the hell am I looking at right now?
Yeah.
Mety, that is ridiculous. You stacked up a pile of 27s.
I was also a bit surprised when I saw the lap times on the board. I was like, whoa, I'm quite flying. And then I was going, I was like, yeah, I can still do this. And then there was only 2 laps to go. I was like, whoa, I can hold this. I'm not dying that much. So it was surprising for me as well, for sure.
I kind of get the feeling like you're not even really sure how good you are yet, which is outstanding. Like, that's got to give you tons of hope, because you're still young, you're still growing into being a good skater, and your results have been just phenomenal. So that's, yeah, it's got to be good to be Metodej Jílek right now.
Yeah, for sure. I think also it helped quite a lot that I was basically the whole season preparing for the ice. I didn't do almost no inline races, and even if I did, it was out of the training. I didn't prepare for it whatsoever. For example, I did European Championship on inline, but it was during Sunrise. So I did like 4 days on Sunrise. Then I went to European Championship. I raced 2 races there, and I came back. So the day before I raced, I did, I think, 50-lapper progressive, something like that, on ice. So
Jesus.
Yeah. So everything was basically out of training so far. So I think that's why I also improved quite a lot on the 3K, and that's why I'm so far doing quite good.
Do you think the 3K should be a men's event?
I think if it was, there would be way too many events. Like there's also already like 3 sprint events and 2 long distance events, basically. So already 5 events, so you can win 5 gold medals at Olympics or whatever. Yeah. So the 6th one would be quite a lot, but at the same time, I think it would be super training because guys like Peter Kungsau, he's like 1500 guy, but I think he would be crazy competitive in 3K. Also the long distance like Sander Eitram, he can hold those lap times in the fast speed like nothing. So I think it would be super entertaining to watch, but I don't know where they would put it, because there's only like 3 racing days during the World Cups. So not much room for adding an extra event.
Yeah, you're definitely not the guy for me to suggest that we should get rid of the 10K and replace it with the 3K. So I won't even say that out loud to you.
Don't remove it for me, please.
So I think you're way too young for me to be asking you, like, what are you going to do? What's your life after skating, or how long are you going to skate? I have to assume that you're not even thinking about that. You're just enjoying the moment and trying to figure out how good you can be. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah, for sure it crossed my mind a bit. Like, what are you going to do after sports? You need to live somehow. So for sure I've been thinking about it a bit, but I didn't give it way too much attention. I'm still super young. I'm not in my 20s even, so there's still a long time to go, and I can think everything through. Maybe my opinions will change. Yeah. So yeah.
Do you think you would you be a good coach?
Not sure about it. So far, I'm really not into coaching. I would be more into, for example, having my own team and managing it. That's what I feel more like right now. Especially, for example, on inlines, travel around the world as well, having my own team, managing it, drafting some people, having my own product, selling it. So that could be quite nice. Oh. But yeah, maybe it will change in a few years and I will want to be coach, or maybe the speed skating world will get me bored so much, so I wouldn't want to do anything with it, and I will leave completely. You never know. So
you're back in the Czech. It's September 20th, and you're heading to Salt Lake on the 5th of October. So are you going back to long track ice before you go to the States? No, I'm not. We had now for the 3-week block in Herman. Now we have basically 2 weeks on inlines, and also a bit easier weeks before the travel, before we can go hard again. Yeah, it's also mental rest as well, not to think about ice all the time. Because if I would be on ice from August the whole way through till the Olympics, I could go crazy as well from it. So having those small breaks, I think, is super necessary. So do you remember when Nils van der Poel, won everything at the Olympics, and then he left the sport, and then he, printed out his entire training theory and chucked it up on the internet? So did you read that? I read a bit. I didn't dig too much into it. I sneak peeked into it, but I found having to be on a bike for 7 hours. I just found that to be that's just clinical insanity. I mean, if you had to do that once, okay, maybe you get yourself up to do a 7-hour thing, but to do that, repeatedly, it just felt. And I thought it was interesting that he spoke pretty clearly about having to do other things opposite of the training that brought him some joy. Like, I need to be around friends and I have to have fun, because the training is so monotonous and such a grind that if he didn't do that, you could literally just drive yourself into the ground and not want to get up. I thought it was incredible. I completely believe that. Those trainings are super hard, not just physically but also mentally. And always in the last week of the training camp, it's getting really hard, not just physically but, like I said, mentally as well. It's the head that wants to give up the first, every single time. So I for sure believe that. How much time do you spend on a bike? Yeah, now not that much anymore. It's getting a bit less and less. Now we spend more time on skates. All right, so you're lifting, obviously. Yeah.
Need to get those muscles strong.
Are you strong in the gym? Are you one of the strongest guys on the team?
No, not really. Not really. On the squad, I'm not that strong. Yeah, I'm one of the weakest actually.
So I guess you don't have to squat 500 pounds to do a killer 10K.
No. At least not in my. At least I don't do it.
Who's the strongest guy on the team?
I would like in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Livio Wenger.
Yeah.
He's quite decent.
That's who I was gonna guess.
Yeah, in general, everything he does in the gym, he does with quite a lot of weight. Yeah.
When you guys are doing your inline training, are you on a track all the time, or does sometimes you get on trails and just go 20 miles?
Yeah. When we do some aerobic stuff, some zone 2 rides, we go on the road, on the open road, and go, I don't know, 45 minutes that way, then come back. It's quite nice because in Germany we live in like small village where are quite open roads.
Nice.
Not so much traffic, so we just go there and right.
I think we covered some good ground. I still can't believe the stuff that you've done in the short time you've been on long track. I've had multiple people tell me over time that it takes at least 5 years to become a good skater, regardless of your background. And clearly you picked it up early and often, and the results are ridiculous. This is a big season. Speed skating can be very unfair, or really I think any Olympic sport can be unfair because some people don't always peak in Olympic year, but it sure as hell feels to me like you are on a really good trajectory right now, and this could be just an unbelievable season. I hope you stay healthy. I hope everything continues to work out for you, because it should be a magical year. And I really look forward to meeting you in Salt Lake in mid-October or late October. That will be fun.
Yeah, thank you very much. It means a lot that someone says this about me.
Yeah, it's no worries. Nice. You're still kind of sneaking up now. I think not everybody knows exactly who you are, but man, after Torino 2026, I think the world's going to know who you are. All right, Mety, you've been an awesome guest. This was super fun. Take us home.
Děkuji, že jste sledovali Speedskating podcast a vidíme se příště.